A warm welcome. This is Control Systems course with lecture 1.1 focusing on basic elements in control systems. System. System is actually an interconnection of various elements and devices, and this interconnection is mainly done for achieving a desired purpose. The control system is nothing but it's an interconnection of the components which will be forming a system configuration and is designed mainly for providing the desired response or the desired output. And process, it is nothing but the device or plant or the system which is under control. The input and output relationship of the process, it will represent the cause and effect relationship of the process. And coming to the variable, a controlled variable, this will be the output of the process or the control system, and it is nothing but the quantity or the condition which is measured and then controlled. And manipulated variable, it is the quantity of the condition that is varied by the controller so as to affect the value of controlled variable. And the word control, it means measuring the value of controlled variable of the system and applying the manipulated variable to the system to correct or limit the deviation of the measured value, that is the actual output from the desired value. If suppose there is any error in the system, the output will be taken as a feedback and it will be compared with the set value reference point which is given as input to the controller. An error detector will be present, and this error detector will provide the information regarding the error, what is the error in the system, and that error will be fed as an input to the controller. The controller will make necessary actions in order to suppress the impact of the error, and that will provide an output which will be provided as an input to the process, that is the manipulated variable. And finally the process will be providing the output or the controlled variable. Generally, while considering the feedback element, this will be taken from the controlled variable or the output. And including to this pattern, there are disturbances, mainly external or internal disturbances, which may be generated within the system. I mean the internal disturbance, or it may be from outside the system, like external disturbances. This is an unwanted input of the system, and this is a signal which tends to adversely affect the value of the system, because it will be unaware of what type of disturbance will be occurring at that point, and immediate action has to be taken in order to suppress that disturbance. That's the criteria mainly. And while considering the classification of control systems, first, the control system is broadly classified as natural and man-made. While considering man-made, it may be manual or automatic. And while considering automatic, we have open loop system and closed loop control system. Both open loop and closed loop control systems may be of non-linear or linear type. And while considering the closed loop system, both the non-linear and the linear system can be adversely classified as time variant and time invariant. While considering the manual control system, it may be the room temperature regulation, example, using the electric fan or the or manual ACs, right? Then water level control. While considering automatic control system, it may be the geysers, home water heating systems, room temperature regulation using AC, and then human body temperature control. Actually, in this automatic control system, the process is that they will be having an upper limit and a lower limit. So the temperature value will not exceed beyond the upper limit, and it will not come below the lower limit. So in this way, the control action will be implemented in this. And while considering the time variant and time invariant control systems, time variant system, it's purely depending upon the time. One or more parameters will be depending with respect to time, it may vary. While considering time invariant system, when the characteristics of the system do not depend upon the time itself, then the system is said to be time invariant control system. And here we have given two different examples for the time invariant system, as y of t is equal to minus 2 into u of t plus 1. Here it is not directly depending upon the time alone, and then in fact one is a constant, And while considering the time varying control system, we can see y of t is equal to 2 into u of t minus 3t. So here the minus 3t is directly depending upon the time variations. If time vary, probably, actually this equation will have certain different outputs. That's the system will show some. While considering the continuous data versus discrete data system, in continuous data control system, all the system variables are represented as a function of continuous time. So we'll be getting a curve in that case, and here the output is represented as x of t, while considering the time as the input. With respect to time, we have drawn the graph. And while considering a discrete control system, it involves one or more variables that are known only at the discrete time intervals. So that sampling times are referred as small n, and the samples are being referred as x of n.